Hi friends, this is Vicki and I'm going to now walk you through part 2 of reconciling inventory, which is split reconciles between two consultants. It's a split book fair. Um, and this is used when one or more of the consultants who's getting sales credit has less than $250 in retail to use for the order to reconcile. Again, it consists of two parts: entering orders into Order Pro, but not submitting it there, and sending an email to Tammy at the home office with information on the reconcile so that she can find it in Order Pro, enter it on their end, and apply credit. And her email is tammywaggle@edcpub.com. If you haven't watched the first video, I suggest that you take a few minutes to do that, because I think you'll have a better understanding of reconciling in general. I'm just going to kind of walk you through the split part of this. So if you're confused, be sure to go back and look at the first video, which explains the basics. So I did an event with a nice girl named Smith, and I sold $251.76 at that event, and I want to reconcile that, plus I want to reconcile my free books. So I'm going to go to an order type and make it a book fair. I've already done all this for you. And then I'm going to go to select books, and it doesn't matter what books I put in because none of it's shipping. I just want to make sure my dollar amount is where I want it to be, that my free books equal half of that. Please remember, on inventory orders, you cannot order supplies. You can't use sets to reconcile. You can use the books from your inventory list if you want, but you don't have to if they're not shipping. You just need to make sure your dollar amount's where you want it to be. I meant from your borrow, not from your reconcile. So yes, so I did this part. Now I'm going to hop down to my payment, and I'm going to enter my payment there, make sure my credit card information is correct, enter any customer payments I have, and then I'm doing the Order Pro magic that we talked about in video 1. I'm going to go to the next step, which is the final review step. I'm not going to review anything. I just need to go there because it kind of cements the payments in Order Pro so Tammy can see them. I don't want a box because it's not shipping. It's not going to ship to me. And a box is considered a supply item. You cannot add supply items to your inventory reconciles. So don't add one ever to an inventory reconcile. Even if you have free book shipping, don't add it. And then I'm not going to review. I'm just going to hop back to step 5, and that's where the cementing process takes place, is when I go back here. Now I can go back to my order manager and get the order information for Tammy, but remember that I'm splitting this with another consultant. So let's enter her order. Again, I've already done it for you. And this is this super nice consultant named Smith. She actually wants her free books to ship to her. So I made sure I entered her information here, and then I have it shipping to her. Order type is again a book fair, and then I'm going to select the books on the select book screen, and these books won't ship because she used my inventory at this booth. They're going to come off my inventory balance. She didn't have enough in sales to do a book fair by herself, so we're going to do 2 book fairs and ask Tammy to smush them together into one at the home office. She does want her free books to ship, so we selected what she needed for her next event. These are the books she asked for. I asked her what those were. She could also do this part in her Order Pro and just send you her order information if you want. Often I do it in mine. It doesn't really matter. If she has customer payments to enter, she could do it there in hers. And then we're going to go to the payment screen. One point I would like to make is that when you have $202 in, let's go back to that so I can show you guys. When you have $202 in a book fair order, Order Pro does not think that's enough to give you 50% in free books because it's a $250 minimum. So your free books are going to look like you are 100% over in free books, and you have to do the math. For $202.80, I get 50% of that in free books. And when Tammy mushes it together, there won't be an overage anymore. However, it's going to look like it when you're entering this order. You have to do math. So it looks like I am over by $100.90. I divided this in half and got that. Um, so I need to know that I am paying $100. I'm not going to pay for this $100.90, but it is going to be reflected in my payment. So in the payment screen, it's going to be charging me for my full retail plus an overage of $100.90. I don't need to pay all of that. So if you're entering customer payments, make sure you're just entering customer payments for this retail amount. Or if you've gone over in your free books, you'll have to add that. So if I had ordered $110 in free books, that's going to make an overage. I suggest you just don't have an overage. But this is the amount I'll need to pay if I haven't gone over in my free books, plus I'll need to pay the tax on the order. And you can find all that information. You'll really have to kind of do it all by hand. There is no shipping on book fairs, so you just really need to add your local tax to this retail amount and know how much you need to pay. And put customer payments in. Remember, they cannot go over. My suggestion would be do the math and make your customer payments $5 or $10 less than the total amount that you really owe in real life after you've done math, and then let them put the rest on your credit card. That way Tammy can adjust it and it won't go over, and because she can't do anything with it if it goes over. She'll have to kick it back to you and let you adjust those payments. So just make sure that your customer payments do not exceed the amount you really owe. Not this amount. This amount is not right for this order because it's less than $250 and it has a free book overage because Order Pro doesn't know what you're doing. Again, you need to go to the final review screen and then back to the payment screen in order to cement the credit card numbers that you've put in there so Tammy can see them. And so I would go back to the other screen. It doesn't charge anything here at this point. It's just letting her see the credit card numbers. Then go back to your order screen so you can see your orders. So I have this split book fare for Smith and my order, and I need to send those to Tammy. So I'm going to go to an email. I'm going to tell her whose Order Pro they're in. In my Order Pro, there is a split book fare. And you see what I've done here? I've copied and pasted these rows so she can easily find the information. So one row at a time, you don't want both. I would copy that and then I paste it over here. That's what I did here, is pasted it here. I get the sales credit for this one, this $250 one. It comes off of my inventory balance and none of it ships. For the second order, and I've pasted it here, this one gets sales credit to Smith, that nice girl I worked that booth with. It comes out of my inventory. She's going to get the sales credit and get paid for it, but they're going to take the books that do not ship off of my inventory. The retail books are to be shipped. I'm sorry, do not ship. I did that wrong. Do not ship. And the free books are to be shipped. Free books to be shipped. That's the information that Tammy needs, and make sure that that's correct in there. And then you would just send this to Tammy, and it'll take, a week to 10 days usually to get it to show up. These days it's showing up a lot quicker, but sometimes it does take a little longer. And that's what there is to it. In part 3, we're just going to go over some basic consignment guidelines so that you will understand all the little intricacies of reconciling consignment. Thanks for watching.